Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me again for the stay-at-home exercise. I'm here in beautiful sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. I know it's been difficult for a lot of us who's been trying to stay home for the last probably 3 weeks, and if you're like me, I'm just feeling anxious or eating too much because of nothing to do or getting bored, and it's always good to exercise for our mental health and for our body, just to kind of help us to continue to be healthy despite we are quarantined in our house. But also want to take this time out to thank the people who supported us, our company, So May Fitness, our clients. Despite of this quarantine order, they still try to support us. Some of my clients, though they are not working out right now, they still very supportive. So thank you so much for supporting us. But today we're gonna do the stay-at-home exercise. So I asked some of you, what do you want me to show you during this stay-at-home exercise, and you've expressed some beginner workout or something that you could do from home without gym equipment, or some are more advanced or intermediate exercise. But so I'll try to show as many as I can and I'm able. But I want to start with just warming up. You want to start kind of warming up your body with some stretches. So having a good band or a towel you could use. You could just bring it behind your head, over your head, just stretching your shoulders, stretching your chest, your back, your lats, and just preparing your muscles to move. So just do 5 to 10 repetitions, then maybe make a circle. So this is a band made by Pilates. It's like a TheraBand. So do 5 circular, then reverse the other direction, just to create mobility in your shoulders, prepare your body for movement. Then just do a side bend, lateral. Okay. Then do some rotation. Rotate your spine, twist your obliques. So as we get more stress, we tend to breathe through our neck, through our clavicular area. So we want to breathe through more to your ribs or down to your diaphragm. That's more optimal way of breathing. And sometimes it's difficult to breathe if your thoracic spine is tight, which is your mid-back, and because the ribs need some space to breathe. That's why we need those stretches. Just stretching those T-spine, flexing, rotation, and side. It's almost like a break dance. The cameraman, actually it's my son, Cedric. Cedric doesn't know I can break dance. So then you could do a rotation and back. Now you're impressed, huh? Okay, so just to warm up. If that's too complicated, you don't have to do that. You could stretch, hold your ankle, just stretch your hamstring, bend your knee, extend, bend, extend. So when you're trying to prepare for a movement, you always want to stretch more dynamic. So it's not, so you're preparing your muscle to move. So so times that you stretch more static like this, you do that at the end of the workout. If that's too hard, you could find a bench or a stool. You could put your hand and stretch your hamstring. you know. So if you cannot reach your toe, you could find a stool just to kind of extend the knee, bend the knee, or you could use a chair, you know, a regular chair. Just bend over, support your back rounded. Yeah. So that's a good stretch. Or you can put your one foot on top of the chair and just hinge forward and come back up, hinge. So it's still moving, it's a movement base. Do not just static. So feel the lengthening the back of your leg. So my back is flat and not rounded. I'm flexing my ankle to have more stretch. Okay. It's a good stretch. Okay. Let's start some. You know, if you have a mat or just put a towel on the floor, you could go down your floor and do some mat exercise. So whenever you're laying down your back, you want to be in neutral spine. So neutral is when, okay, this is flat, this is arch, it's somewhere in between those two. Again, this is imprint, you're arching your back, and this is neutral. So if I put a glass of water there, it's not going to spill, it's level. So you want to keep that neutral. This is the most shock absorbing position for your spine. So from here, just practice breathing. So I want you to inhale with your nose, exhaling with your mouth. So inhale with your nose, exhale with your mouth. 3 more breaths. So I'm breathing through my belly rather than my neck. You can see my belly rise. And then as I exhale, it compresses. Breathe in again. Then exhale. Now I'm going to shift my breathing to my ribs. I want to breathe to my ribs. Then exhale. So you should feel the ribs expanding sideways and back. Two more breaths. One last one. Okay, then just put your arms out to the side, just roll side to side, just stretch your obliques. So just go as far as you can maintain your shoulder flat on the ground. So the body wants you to move. If it doesn't move, it started to, you know, tighten up, or your fascia will start drying up. And the fascia is like those connective tissue. Have you seen those raw chicken? The white stuff in the raw chicken, those are your fascia. So they are under your skin, above your muscle, inside your muscle, under your muscle, above your bone, and it's all over your body. And to keep that from drying up, you have to move. And a lot of sitting, watching TV, or sitting in the office, or it's not gonna help those connective tissue, and you'll have limitation of movement. Then you have tightness, and it's gonna start. You're gonna start having pain in your body. So this is a good stretch for your obliques. Then kind of warm up your spine, roll your hips, then lift your hips up, press your hips to the ceiling, roll down. So these are great exercise you can start with, engaging your glutes. If you've been sitting for a long time, those glutes tend to get weakened and fall asleep and become inhibited. meaning it's not gonna function properly. So fix, then progress to raising your leg and down, left and lower. Point and flex. And lower your hips down. Raise both legs up. Then stretch your hamstring, pulse, pull twice, 1, 2, and stretch. So you don't have to do too many reps. The thing is more precision. Think more you're doing it right rather than doing a lot of repetition. Because you're gonna be hitting the same muscle in different exercise. Then rest for a while. Lift the leg, extend. This works your core. Keep your upper body up. If this is too hard, you can put your head down. Then add a twist. Legs together and bring it down. Yeah, let's stretch your side of your body. Sit in a side position. Arms out, lean to your left, and reach your side. Opening up. Let's stretch. Stretch, opening up your side. You notice how animals, they tend to stretch. That's a natural motion for the body, how it resets. So reaching, extending, it's called pendiculation. So you'll see a cat doing a cat stretch or a dog doing a down dog position. That's how they reset their body to prepare them to move. So as humans, we need to do the same. So we need to stretch. And one of the neglected area we tend to neglect to stretch is the sides of our body. And it gets tight. And it limits your... It's too hard for you to sit in this position. You could just crisscross like the crisscross applesauce position. I cannot say Indian position anymore. And reach, yeah, feel the stretch, extending. Then round your back, press the floor, then extend the spine. Round your back. So this is something I do daily to keep my spine mobile, because I have a back problem 20 years ago, so I manage it this way. So do a child pose. So ideally this is flat. If you have space here, that means you have lacking mobility in your ankle. So, okay. So these are some exercise tool you could use. It's called the lever. If you don't have some weights in the house and you just need to do body weight, it's a great tool. It's called the Liebert equalizer. So you could do pull-ups, push-ups, dips, different type of exercise. So like this one, this is one way you could do a pull-up. Yes. Sit here, put your hands on the bar, raise your hips up. So initiate from your shoulders and pull it up. Initiate from the shoulder, pull. So by slowing down the tempo, you don't have to do too many reps. We're fighting against gravity. To make it harder, you could extend your leg. Hold your chest. Good. So if you cannot do the dips, you could just put your feet on the ground. Make sure press against the heel of your hand, shoulder away from the ear, and just bend from the knee. And push it up. Down. Push it up. And if you don't have a machine like this, like the Liebert, you could do a regular push-ups on the floor. And this is the dips. Make it easier, you could just do push-ups on the floor. To make it easier, bring your knee down, and you could start with just bring your chest down, just shifting your weight back. To make it harder, let's do a plank. You could do different variation, one leg up. And you could do child pose to rest. I normally don't rest between exercise. I call it active rest. I rather stretch or do some other movement. Put your one hand near your head, do a rotation. I push the floor away to create more space in my thoracic spine. And I increase, reach in, I reach up. So I'm pushing the floor away as I reach. So I think of two movements in opposition. I'm pressing out, down, I'm reaching. Again, elbows in, elbows up. Reach in, reach up. Okay. So all you need to do is a mat. This one, it's a bench by Reebok. Had this for 13 years. It's great because it turns into a bench. You know, it's kind of multi-purpose. So you don't need to buy an expensive gym, and you could do a step-ups. You could make it lower or higher. So this is a good leg workout by End Balance. Just step down to make it easy. Just want to work your quads. Just up and down. So just down and up. You want to make it harder. Kind of drive it up. Pause at the top. Engage your glutes. So down and up. So use your glutes. Or you could do a combination up, across, up. Or you could just get a small stool in the house. I'll do like a minute on each side. This will be your kind of cardio, but not low impact. And you can make it higher. So this is a good glute workout. So swing your arms. It's good to swing the arms because you have a thoracolumbar fascia here that glide and slide. So it's going to create some hydration in that part of your body. You do dips, down and up. I just interchange upper body, lower body, depending on, so I don't stop. So try to point your elbows to the rear, so it's more tricep. You can challenge yourself by extending the leg. If this is, you don't have a bench like this, you could use a chair similar to this. Make it harder. Just keep your hips close to the edge of the chair. You could do a push-up. With one leg. Or you could do a dip. So you need two chairs. Hopefully, I haven't tested it, so see what happens. Oh, it worked. Could do a dip. So if you don't have a bench, I'll use a high stool like this. If you want to challenge yourself, you go deep. Yeah, it's called pistol squats. You don't need a squat machine. Another way of home exercise you can do. Actually, I stole my wife's roller for the pot. It's a good you could do for pike. You don't even need a reformer. Just get the cheap pot roller. Pike. To the side. Pull. Who needs a gym? So this one, it's a PowerBlock. I had this for 13 years. So you don't have to buy a full set of dumbbell. You can just adjust it. And pick whatever weight you want. Start with you can do bicep curls. You can alternate. You can do RDL. You can do single leg RDL. You can do RDL with curl, progression. You can progress to RDL with up. Okay, switch. Your body wants a variety. You don't have to do too many reps. Challenge all your different planes of motion. A lot of times we go to the gym, we just like curling our arms or pushing the bench press. The body can move so many different ways. So if you don't have the advantage of PowerBlock, you could just use a band. So band, this is great. Stuff very cheap, probably 13 bucks. Do a curl, you can do alternating. You do a squat. Squat and press. Another advantage of this band is it kind of replicates your connective tissue that's surrounding your body. One of them is the spiral connective tissue that kind of wraps around. So that's what we're gonna activate. You know, just do a swing. That helps also hydrate your fascia. Just swinging your legs like kicking a soccer ball. Then I'll combine it with squat, then balance, squat, and balance, or squat with side leg raise, or squat with want to engage my glutes, my behind. I rotate, so I rotate my leg. Then if I want to engage my lats, I pull it back and squeeze, pull it back and squeeze, working my lats. And I'll combine both, which it's hard to do that in a dumbbell format. A bit more coordination, but you're firing that thoracolumbar fascia here. Then I'll do a chest, pecs. There's a rotation involved, and I add a rotation with hip extending. So there's a lot you can do. Again, soccer kick. Just hydrating the fascia. Also, I'm resting, doing this. Balance, shifting my weight to one side, but I'm still in opposition against the rubber band. Gauge your side butt, adding a squat combination, 2 planes of motion, back, engaging my glutes, engaging my lats, pull it back. I'll combine both. Working my rotation, my pecs, my obliques, and rotation. See what you can do with the $13 fascia. I'll put the link below. Easy to use. But the man wants some muscle, so we gotta work some incline. More big boy stuff. So total is 50 pounds. Hopefully you can do it and it doesn't fall off. Okay, 1, 2. Whew. It's not plastic. Good. Do a 1-arm row. Pull to your waist. Add a rotation. Upper body's tired, but the legs has enough rest, so give them some lunge. That's it for our stay home workout. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe. Bye.